what I've been watching as of late. I've actually in the last week, with amidst all the stuff I'm doing here, I've actually sat down a couple days and took in some content actually. Um, so what I watch? I watched 3 documentaries in the last like couple days. Obviously I watched the new Michael Jackson documentary, Thriller 40, which is like actually a year late. Um, I thought it was a solid documentary. I thought it was a little disorganized on it. I give it a 7 out of 10 on that documentary. I thought the footage was great. I thought the behind the scenes footage was great. Um, but I thought the it was very disorganized. I thought the documentary was a little disorganized um in terms of what the storytelling. I thought it was a little more chaotic in that, but otherwise the footage was great. Um, I thought they got the real sense of Thriller and the impact of the album. Why the album is it is the biggest selling album of all time. And the impact of that record. So that was a good documentary. It gave us 7 out of 10. I personally, and look, I know Nelson George, who's a big music critic, did that documentary. I'm a big fan of his and of him as a writer too, especially. But Spike Lee, Spike Lee, posthumous Michael Jackson posthumously directed the Off the Wall documentary from Motown to Off the Wall, and also did the Bad 25 documentary back in 2012. Spike Lee captured Michael Jackson's essence on those docs better than anyone else has ever done it. Not saying Elton George didn't do a good job. He did a good job. But Spike Lee, because Spike Lee also knew Michael and actually worked with him too also. He did, the They Don't Care About Us video with him in 96. I feel like there was a lot more, genuinity, what we want to call that. There's a lot more connection to Michael with Spike Lee. Nelson George, a little bit, some degree, but again, it felt a little disorganized. So that's what that one's definitely. I watched that one. That's on Paramount Plus, Showtime. Want to call that? Check it out, of course. I also watched the Barry Sanders documentary on Amazon, Bye Bye Barry, which covered his career, obviously, but also covered the sudden retirement in 1999. He finally reveals why he did it. All the stories behind that, having his kids there, of course. It was a really good documentary. I enjoyed it. I watched it on Sunday. And then a few weeks before that, on Disney Plus, National Geographic, but under Disney Plus umbrella, I actually watched the JFK, John F. Kennedy assassination documentary, 3-part documentary that came out last month. That was a really good documentary. It took you in real time the mood and how it felt in 1963 when he got shot, and the stuff leading up to that, the stories and everything that happened after the documentary, line by line, time by time, and all that. It was really good stuff. It goes through that. It goes through the killing of Jack Ruby and you know that stuff. It was really fascinating stuff. 3-part documentary was really good. Again, the footage was fantastic. It was actually very insightful. A lot of things I already knew, but also the things I learned also as well too. I did think they could went a little deeper. They didn't dive into the conspiracies. They touched a little bit, like some of the conspiracies out there, but they didn't really dive into it. But I thought the documentary surface level was actually pretty good. So that one also too I watched as well too. So check out that one as well too. So anyway,